Jean Piaget was born in Neuchâtel, Switzerland on August 9, 1896. He was the oldest of three children to Arthur Piaget and Rebecca Jackson. In his late adolescence, Piaget developed an interest in mollusks, and by the end of high school he had become a well-known malacologist. After high school, Piaget studied zoology at the University of Neuchâtel. It was there that he obtained a PhD in natural sciences in the year 1918. From there, Piaget continued on to the University of Zurich, where he studied psychology under Carl Jung and Paul Eugene Bleuler. It was during this time in Zurich that he developed an interest for psychoanalysis. After only one semester at the University of Zurich, Piaget left Switzerland for France. He studied abnormal psychology at the Sorbonne in Paris. By 1920, Piaget was working in collaboration with Theodore Simon. Simon was a French psychologist who, alongside Alfred Binet, developed one of the most widely used intelligence tests in the world. The tests were meant to measure child intelligence and draw connections between a child's age and the nature of the child's errors. For Piaget, it raised new questions about the way children learn. He ultimately decided that the test was too rigid. In a revised version, Piaget allowed children to explain the logic of the answers they had given. In reading the children's explanations, Piaget realized that the children's power of reasoning was not flawed after all. Piaget also came to the conclusion that when children lack the knowledge of life experience, they logically use their imagination to compensate. In 1923, around the age of 27, Piaget married Valentine Chatanet. The couple had three children together, Jacqueline, Lucienne, and Laurent. Piaget studied the intellectual development and language development of his three children from the time they were infants. Over the course of his career in child psychology, Piaget had his own theories of cognitive development in children. He created a model of mental development which featured 4 stages. The first stage is known as the sensory motor stage. This stage takes place from birth to 2 years of age. During this stage, babies and young children explore the world around them by using their senses and motor skills. The second stage is known as the pre-operational stage. This stage takes place from ages 2 to 7. During this stage, children have a greater ability to think about things and can use symbols to mentally represent objects. The third stage is known as the concrete operational stage. This stage takes place from ages 7 to 11. Children at this stage can form concepts, see relationships, and solve problems, but only as long as they involve objects and situations that they are familiar with. The fourth stage is known as the formal operational stage. This stage takes place from age 11 to adulthood. During this stage, the pre-adolescent begins to be able to think abstractly and to see possibilities beyond the here and now. These abilities continue to develop in adulthood. With this stage comes the ability to deal with potential or hypothetical situations. Critics of Piaget argue that children can be taught and can learn skills before the set stages that Piaget defined in his theory. Research has shown that children are more competent than Piaget originally thought, especially when their practical knowledge is being assessed and that experience and direct teaching affect the pace of development. The University of Arkansas suggested these 6 steps when applying Piaget's theory into the classroom. 1. Use concrete props and visual aids whenever possible. 2. Make instructions relatively short, using actions as well as words. 3. Do not expect the students to consistently see the world from someone else's point of view. 4. Be sensitive to the possibility that students may have different meanings for the same word or different words for the same meaning. Students may also expect everyone to understand words they have invented. 5. give children a great deal of hands-on practice with the skills that serve as building blocks for more complex skills like reading comprehension. 6. Provide a wide range of experiences in order to build a foundation for concept learning and language. By using Piaget's theory in the classroom, teachers and students benefit in several ways. Teachers develop a better understanding of their students' thinking. They can also align their teaching strategies with their students' cognitive level. Piaget is responsible for developing entirely new fields of study, having a major impact on the areas of cognitive therapy and developmental psychology. Jean Piaget died from unknown causes on September 16, 1980, in Geneva, Switzerland.